Our story begins inside the Anti-Magic Academy, where Takeru Kusunagi is walking through the hallway while thinking about how terrible his situation has become. Somehow, he has ended up as the captain of the Academy's lowest-ranked platoon, a team so useless that they have not earned even a single credit. Still, Takeru cannot simply quit. He needs to graduate as an inquisitor, someone responsible for capturing dangerous witches and magical criminals, because his deceased parents left him with a massive debt that he still has to repay. When Takeru reaches the platoon room, he finds his teammates Usagi and Ikaruga messing around instead of doing anything useful. Usagi immediately gets angry at him for entering without knocking, and within seconds, the supposedly professional squad is already arguing again. Elsewhere in the academy, Chairman Sugetsu is dealing with a much more serious problem. A talented red-haired inquisitor named Uka has ignored orders during her latest mission and killed a witch. As punishment, Sugetsu removes her from active duty, sends her back to school, and assigns her to the Academy's worst platoon. Back in the team's office, Takeru and Usagi are arguing about their horrible record when Ikaruga reveals some useful information. An illegal magical equipment deal is happening later that night. If they catch the criminals involved, they might finally earn some bonus credits. Before they can properly make a plan, Sugetsu suddenly enters and introduces their newest teammate, Uka. Unlike the rest of the squad, Uka is genuinely dangerous. She became a professional inquisitor in less than 2 years and gained a reputation as a prodigy. But after disobeying orders and killing a witch, she was stripped of active duty and sent back to school. And for punishment, she gets placed inside Takeru's useless platoon. Uka immediately decides she does not need any of them. During their first mission together, the team raids criminals selling illegal magical equipment. Usagi accidentally shoots into the wrong room. The criminals laugh at Takeru for carrying a sword. One of them shoots at him, but Takeru shocks everyone by cutting the bullet out of the air. For a second, he becomes terrifyingly serious. Then Ikaruga imitates his sister's voice and instantly snaps him back to normal. The criminals eventually summon a massive magical machine. While Takeru hides from the gunfire, Uka calmly destroys the machine almost by herself. From Uka's perspective, the mission proves exactly what she expected. Her new teammates are useless. But Takeru notices something else. Uka refuses to rely on anyone. He later discovers her secretly investigating a Valhalla hideout and insists on going with her. Inside, they find kidnapped civilians who have already been brutally murdered. The sight breaks Uka. She points her weapon at the captured criminals and prepares to execute them. Takeru stops her. Uka finally reveals the reason behind her hatred. A witch murdered her entire family. From that day onward, Uka decided that every witch deserved to die. Takeru cannot erase her pain, but he tells her one thing. If she insists on carrying that hatred, she will not have to carry it alone. No matter how many times she rejects him, Takeru will continue standing beside her because she is now one of his teammates. Soon afterward, Valhalla launches a massive attack against the Academy. An undead magical warrior called an Einherjar begins destroying everything in its path. Uka reaches it first. She summons her Relic Eater handgun, Vlad, and discovers that the creature's armor constantly regenerates because of a magical scabbard. Uka damages the scabbard and almost wins. Then Vlad suddenly stops cooperating. Without her Relic Eater, Uka is overwhelmed. Before the Einherjar can kill her, Takeru arrives. He fights using only his sword and insane reflexes. Ikaruga discovers that the monster's weapon needs a brief cooldown after every shot. Takeru uses those openings to close the distance. Usagi supports him from far away. For a moment, their supposedly useless squad is actually working together. Then, the Einherjar unleashes a massive magical blast. Takeru's body is destroyed. As he begins dying, he finds himself inside a strange, spiritual space. There, a mysterious girl named Lapis appears. Lapis is also a relic eater. She has chosen Takeru as her contractor, but she warns him that using her full power may eventually cost him his humanity. Takeru accepts immediately. His body regenerates. Powerful armor forms around him, and Lapis transforms into a sword made specifically for his fighting style. The Einherjar fires its strongest attack again. This time, Takeru does not dodge. Lapis absorbs the entire blast. Then Takeru releases all that stored power through one final slash and destroys the monster. After the battle, he rests beside Uka. Takeru once again tells her that she does not need to suffer alone. For the first time, Uka asks whether she can really depend on him, and Takeru promises she can. But while Uka is slowly becoming part of the platoon, another girl enters their lives. Mari. Mari is a captured witch connected to Valhalla. She has lost most of her memories and now wears an explosive collar that activates if she uses magic. Instead of executing her, the Academy decides to use Mari as part of an experimental program where witches may eventually train as inquisitors. Takeru's platoon is ordered to protect her. Naturally, Uka hates the idea. A girl who wants to kill every witch is now forced to live beside one. Mari refuses to tolerate Uka's attitude either. The two compete over shooting, athletics, academics, food, basically everything, and Takeru keeps getting caught between them. But while spending time with Mari, Takeru discovers something unexpected. Mari does not want to hurt people. She wants to become an inquisitor because she wants to prove that magic itself is not evil. She believes witches can use their powers to protect others. Takeru respects that dream. Mari begins trusting him. Then Valhalla comes to take her back. During a mock battle tournament, a necromancer named Haunted suddenly appears. He seals the platoon inside a magical barrier and approaches Mari like they already know each other. Mari remembers nothing, so Haunted removes the spell, blocking her memories. Everything returns at once. Before joining Valhalla, Mari worked at an orphanage. She wanted to show children that witches could use magic for good. Haunted destroyed that peaceful life. He kidnapped the children and forced Mari to cooperate with Valhalla by promising to keep them alive. Mari believed that her choices eventually got those children killed. The guilt nearly destroys her. Then Haunted reveals the real truth. He murdered the children himself long ago. Worse, he summons their undead bodies in front of Mari simply because he enjoys watching her suffer. Mari completely breaks down. Takeru refuses to let her destroy herself. He tells her that dying because of guilt will not help the children. If she truly wants to make up for what happened, she must continue living and use her magic to save others. And once again, Takeru makes the same promise. If the pain becomes too heavy, he will carry half of it. Meanwhile, something surprising happens. Uka investigates Mari's original arrest and discovers evidence that she was framed. The victims blamed on Mari were actually killed using necromancy, a form of magic Mari cannot even use. Uka threatens to expose the Academy unless Mari's explosive collar is disabled. The same girl who once believed all witches deserved death is now risking her career to protect one. With her collar deactivated, Mari can finally fight. Haunted surrounds Takeru with invisible magical blades. Lapis analyzes the battlefield and helps Takeru discover how they work. Uka weakens Haunted. Usagi provides sniper support. Then Mari fires a massive magical spell directly at Takeru. Lapis absorbs it. Takeru releases all of Mari's energy through Haunted's invisible field and destroys his relic eater transformation. haunted retreats, Mari survives, and Uka's hatred toward witches begins changing. The platoon is finally becoming a real team. Then Usagi's past returns to destroy her. Usagi belongs to a wealthy family, but her mother treats her like nothing more than an asset. Because Usagi's academic results are disappointing, her mother decides to remove her from the academy and force her into an arranged marriage with a powerful young man named Reima. The moment Usagi sees Reima, she becomes terrified. Takeru eventually learns why. Years earlier, Usagi accidentally killed her older brother while trying to take a rifle away from him. She was only a child. Instead of helping her through the trauma, Reima used it to control her. He constantly called her a murderer and convinced her she deserved his abuse. Now he intends to marry her. Usagi becomes so desperate that she suddenly asks Takeru to marry her instead. Takeru does not know how to answer, but he makes one thing clear: he will not abandon her. The entire platoon begins helping Usagi improve her grades, so she might have a chance of staying at school. But Reima is connected to something much worse than an arranged marriage. Uka discovers that strange markings being painted around campus form one enormous magical circle. Student council members reveal that an ancient witch called Mephisto may be behind it. Mephisto possesses people by transferring her spirit between bodies, and eventually she takes control of Uka. At the same time, Reima kidnaps Usagi and brings her into the academy church. He forces her to relive the memory of killing her brother. Then he once again tells her she belongs to him. For years, Usagi believed she had nobody capable of protecting her. Then she notices a picture taken with her platoon: Takeru, Uka, Mari, Ikaruga. For the first time, she remembers that she actually has people waiting for her. Usagi fights back. Reima becomes furious and prepares to kill her. Then Takeru crashes into the church and sends him flying. He rescues Usagi before sending her to help the others stop Mephisto. Ikaruga returns Usagi's grandfather's rifle and gives her 2 special bullets. These bullets can destroy Mephisto's spirit without killing the body she possesses. The problem is that Mephisto is still inside Uka. When Usagi reaches the battlefield, Mephisto perfectly copies Uka's voice. She claims Takeru is actually the imposter. Usagi freezes. She does not know whom to shoot. Takeru calmly tells her that if she cannot decide, she should shoot both of them. The special bullets cannot kill them. Then Uka briefly regains control from inside her own body. She looks at Usagi and begs her to fire. Usagi finally trusts her friends. The first bullet forces Mephisto out. The second destroys her spirit completely. For the first time, Usagi defeats the person responsible for making her feel powerless. Unfortunately, their next problem arrives almost immediately. Ikaruga suddenly disappears. Takeru and the others follow her into a secret alchemist research facility. There they discover that the joking genius of their platoon has a much darker history. Ikaruga and her sister Isuka were raised inside a laboratory. Both were treated like scientific tools instead of children. Their entire lives consisted of experiments. They became so disconnected from normal morality that they once developed a gas capable of forcing people to kill each other and viewed it as nothing more than interesting research. Then Ikaruga discovered an elven baby. The researchers considered the child a failed experiment. They ordered Ikaruga to dispose of it. At first, she almost obeyed. Then the baby looked at her and called her Mama. Something inside Ikaruga changed. For the first time, she could no longer look at a living creature like disposable material. She decided to save the baby and escape Alchemist. Before leaving, she stole a powerful object known as the Lost Matrix. She also asked Isuka to escape with her, but the facility went into lockdown. Ikaruga managed to get away. Isuka remained behind. Years later, the sisters finally meet again. Ikaruga learns that Alchemist modified Isuka's body so that unwanted emotions cause unbearable pain. Valhalla has promised to cure her if she resurrects a dark elf. Ikaruga has returned because she wants to stop the experiment and save her sister. She reveals that the lost matrix is actually hidden inside her body. Activating it temporarily transforms her into a dark elf. She tries using its power to heal Isuka. Then Haunted appears and stabs her. A massive explosion destroys the upper part of the facility. Ikaruga desperately tries to save her sister, but her transformation disappears before she can finish. Before dying, Isuka reveals that the elf child Ikaruga tried to protect years earlier is still alive somewhere inside Alchemist. Then she dies in Ikaruga's arms. Haunted leaves behind a huge mechanical wyvern to destroy everyone. Takeru and the platoon arrive. Oka keeps the creature distracted. Ikaruga identifies a vulnerable section along its spine. Usagi uses a giant rail cannon to expose the weak point. Takeru jumps onto the machine, but his armor runs out of power. Mari transfers her magic into him. With one final strike, Takeru destroys the core and brings the wyvern down. Afterward, he finds Ikaruga alone. For once, she is not joking. Takeru tells her she does not have to pretend she is fine. Ikaruga finally cries for the sister she could not save. The platoon survives, but Takeru's hardest battle is still waiting. His younger sister Kiseki has been imprisoned inside the academy for years. Kiseki suffers from a terrifying magical condition. The demonic matter created by her body can absorb almost anything it touches. If it spreads far enough, it could eventually consume the entire world. To keep her power under control, the Academy repeatedly kills and revives her, forcing the demonic energy to disappear before becoming uncontrollable. Takeru hates seeing her live this way. He promises that one day he will find a way to save her. Then Kiseki escapes, not because she wants revenge. She only wants to see her brother. When she appears in front of Takeru's platoon, he immediately raises his sword and warns everyone to stay away. Uka calms him down. The girls eventually learn Kiseki's situation and allow the siblings to spend some time together. During their outing, Kiseki asks Takeru to kill her. She knows that if she loses control again, more people may die. Takeru refuses. He tells her that if killing her ever truly becomes unavoidable, then he will die with her. Until then, he wants his sister to keep living. Soon, the Academy decides to move Kiseki to another facility where her condition might finally be treated. But Valhalla attacks the transport. Takeru rushes to rescue her. When he arrives, another Inquisitor named Kyuya is preparing to execute Kiseki. Kyuya believes every witch and heretic should simply be eliminated. Takeru defeats him and frees his sister. Then Haunted appears. Before Takeru can react, Haunted stabs him directly in front of Kiseki. Kiseki believes her brother is dead. That completely destroys her remaining control. A gigantic mass of demonic flesh erupts from her body and begins consuming everything nearby. Uka and the others fight desperately to slow it down. Uka finally creates a permanent contract with Vlad. In the past, she only used him as a weapon for revenge. Now she tells Vlad that Takeru and the platoon have become more important than her hatred. Vlad accepts her. Uka enters her own Relic Eater armor and defeats Haunted long enough to rescue Takeru. But Kiseki's transformation keeps spreading. Ikaruga warns everyone that killing Kiseki may be the only way to stop it. Unconscious, Takeru relives the worst memory of his childhood. Years earlier, his dying father placed a sword in his hand and ordered him to kill Kiseki. Takeru could not do it. He has always believed that his hesitation caused everything that followed. Then Lapis appears inside his mind. She offers him one final contract. If Takeru gives her everything, his humanity and his soul, she will unlock her complete power. Takeru thinks about his platoon. Then he accepts. Lapis unlocks God Hunter mode. Takeru awakens inside glowing armor far stronger than anything he has used before. Everyone assumes he is finally going to kill Kiseki. Even Oka begs him not to make a decision he will regret forever. But Takeru realizes something. For years, everyone kept giving him only two choices: kill Kiseki and save the world, or protect Kiseki and let others die. This time, Takeru refuses both. He decides he is going to save his sister and protect everyone else. Haunted returns and tries stopping him. Takeru defeats him. Then he charges through the demonic mass surrounding Kiseki. The creatures tell her that she and Takeru should simply die together, but Kiseki refuses. That resistance weakens the transformation. Takeru reaches her. He could finally use his sword. Instead, he takes her hand and embraces his sister. The demonic mask covering Kiseki disappears. Her transformation collapses. Takeru carries her back to the platoon. He knows the problem is not permanently solved. Kiseki's power still exists, but this time, Takeru refuses to give up and promises he will keep searching until he finds a real cure. And that is how the captain of the Academy's most useless platoon becomes the person holding all of them together. And that is where today's story ends. If you enjoyed this anime recap, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more anime stories like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.